to it's me, Pear, coming to you from my kitchen, somewhere different, because I am about to juice. And juicing is something I like to do occasionally for several different reasons. One of them being mental clarity. I don't have ADD or ADHD, but sometimes I get like to that brink to where I'm just all over the place with my thoughts. And I don't know why, but it really seems to help me meditate. Like when I meditate and when I juice, those two things just help me clear my mind, clear my head, and I feel so much better, so much more at peace. Also, I'm at the point now to where I'm ready to jumpstart my weight loss progress. I had slowed down a lot as a result of working out and stuff like that, as a result of the car accident and things like that. But I think I'm ready to really go hard again, to really hit it hard again. And granted, even though with juicing you lose weight, I never do it solely for weight loss, because one, when you juice, once you stop juicing, some of the weight will come back. But at the same time, it is a great way to detox your system and to help you get back in focus. And so basically that's what I'm about to do. But juicing is a process, and I juice raw fruit and vegetables, and one of the best things that you can juice is cabbage. So anytime I juice something green, I have to get my head right mentally, because I'm making a video. Initially, like the first day or two, the taste is kind of like, you gotta get acclimated to the taste. But after a while, it doesn't bother me at all. As a matter of fact, I start to like it a lot. Today though, my first juice will be cabbage. Like I said, cabbage has some very beneficial enzymes in it, and they haven't really, and when I say they, I mean like scientists and food nutritionists and things like that, have not really pinpointed the name of the particular genes in the cabbage. But I think there's a gene called gene X, and I may be wrong, but I think it's called gene X in the cabbage, or enzyme X, I'm sorry, that has been linked to helping to cure cancer. But the thing with it is, it's only there, I believe, in the raw form. And I get it, everybody isn't into the whole raw thing, but me, I love to try different things. I think that's what's helped me make it to where I am thus far with my whole weight loss and my weight loss progress and my journey, and just overall as a person. Like it's really helped me clear my mind and see and do things differently. So I love, and plus I have to have variety. So this definitely gives me the needed variety, a change from the daily food and stuff that I would normally eat. And I just like the way I feel when I juice. Like don't get me wrong, the first couple days hard as hell. Like the first 3 or 4 days extremely hard, but after a while it just gets to the point where I feel euphoric, So I'm gonna get my cabbage out, and like I said, it's a process. So first, before I can start juicing, and right here off to the side I have my juicer. It's a regular old Hamilton Beach 800 watt juicer, but it's really a process. You have to clean the fruit or vegetable that you're going to use, and then you have to assemble the juicer, and so it's a lengthy process. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to start by getting out my cabbage. And yes, y'all, I'm going to juice a whole head of cabbage, minus a couple of these leaves. But yeah, I'm going to drink this, and so y'all pray for me. I've done it before, and like I said, I used to like it. I just haven't done it in a while, so it's going to take me some time to get used to the taste. But yeah, so let me go ahead and sit this in the water bath. I'll be back to talk about the water bath in a second. Hey y'all, I'm back. What I'm going to do now, this is the next part in the process, is clean the cabbage. What you see right here is my next drink that I'm going to have. I'm going to make an apple, carrot, celery concoction, and I've already, you know, cut my my celery down so it's easier to go into the juicer. These are like the biggest carrots I've ever seen, but I got these when I was in Georgia, and I'm going to juice these also, and the apples. And this blend actually makes a really good juice. Like, I'm not sure if it seems like it to some, but it's a really delicious blend together. Like, they taste really, really good because of the saltiness of the celery and the sweetness of the carrots. The carrots are really, really sweet, and then the apples are actually really neutral. So these are good to add with any juice, honestly. They keep certain blends from just tasting ridiculously disgusting. Like, they really help with the taste. So when I juice long term, I usually always use apples in almost any type of juice except my cabbage. I'm just gonna drink this as it is once I get it all juiced up. But before I can juice it, since this is raw produce, you know, straight out of the ground, I have to clean it. And in order to clean it, I'm going to use just some basic white distilled vinegar and some baking soda. And I use like 2 tablespoons of the, actually let me go ahead and put some water in the bowl with the stuff first, because it has to sit in a water bath. So yeah, it's going to sit in a water bath for like 10 to 15 minutes. And it's so funny because at the end you'll see like all of the residue float down. Kind of gross, but at the same time it makes you feel good because you know that, you know, you got a thorough cleaning, or your produce got a thorough cleaning before you juiced it. So I have the cabbage all ready to go. I'm just going to get my baking soda open here, and it's just basic all natural baking soda, nothing special. And white distilled vinegar, like I said, and this is a tablespoon. You can pour more or less. Sometimes I just shake the box of baking soda in there, but the vinegar is very potent. And obviously after you let the stuff sit, you're going to rinse it again, so you won't taste any of the vinegar or the baking soda. It's just a cleaning process. And I pour like a tablespoon or 2 over the whatever it is I'm juicing, and then I'm going to put some in this too. Now since this has a little bit more stuff in it, I can, you know, put a little bit more vinegar. But again, you don't have to. You know, vinegar is very strong, very potent. A little goes a long way. And you don't have to measure this. I just usually just shake it over it. But like a 1/4 cup will do you just fine. So you can eyeball it and just let it sit. And I'm going to let this sit for 15 minutes like I said. You don't have to do it for that long. I just do it that long, especially with this produce. Like, this is some really dirty, fresh, like straight out of the ground, right to your sink type produce. Yeah, I see the dirt and stuff already floating to the top, and it's just got in there. So yeah, I'm gonna let that sit, and then I'll be back again with the next part. I'll probably assemble the juicer before I actually juice it, instead of like recording that, because everybody's juicer isn't the same. But alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay y'all, so this is pretty much the final step in the process. I've already chopped up my cabbage into chunks. My juicer has a pretty big mouth, a pretty big opening, but I still didn't want to chance it in the sense that my chunks were too big. So like I said, I chopped it up, and now what I'm about to do is go ahead and turn on the blender. Make sure you have a cup that fits right up under the spout, because it can be messy. And what I like to do is have like something smaller, or like you can use a paper towel or something like that to catch the little drippings after you move your lid. So I'm just gonna get like a little small container once I move this, because a little bit of it is still gonna drip. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this bad boy on, and here we go. Got the noise. All you do is put it in and cook. All done. Didn't take long at all. So the thing with cabbage juice is cabbage juice has a tendency to go rancid extremely fast, like almost immediately. So once you make it, you need to drink it. Unlike, the carrot, apple, celery, whatever, I can make that and refrigerate it, and that's what I'm going to do. But I just wanted to let you know that, like, once you drink cabbage juice, don't put it aside. Don't put it in the fridge. Like, that stuff goes rancid within an hour or two, if that long. It may go rancid even before then. So yeah, y'all see my lovely cup of juice. Now this is the part I get flack from E and other people about it, because I scoop off the fluff, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, the suds and the fluff. I scoop that mess off. I can't. Now, sometimes if I didn't produce enough juice, it's gonna drip, but not much. If I didn't produce enough juice, or if I don't want to taste the full blend of whatever I made, I add water and mix it up, and that's it, and just drink it as is. But I'm just gonna drink this. But this is what I'm talking about, the suds. Like, I don't know if y'all can see that, but I don't like that. It tastes so gross. So I gotta, I scoop it off. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. I try to take as much of this crap out of here as I can. Whatever is left, I'll stir it in. But, E, you want some? E's gonna drink some with me. So, I guess, so y'all don't think I'm lying, I'll show y'all. I'll let y'all see me take a sip of this mess. And again, the first couple of times, it's like, ooh. But after that, it ain't so bad. So here I go. Ooh. Still got some of that fuzz on it. I don't want no fuzz. And another thing, again, if you am trying to get used to the taste, and, it's going to take a minute, like a couple drinks. Sometimes, you might like it immediately. It just depends on the person. It's good to have another cup of water to go behind it, or another cup of juice. But I'm just going to try to be a G. Ooh. And it's kind of peppery. It tastes kind of peppery, but it's really not that bad. So that's me, and that's my juicing. I'm gonna do this for, I don't know, at least a week. The longest I've ever did it was 25 days in a row, no solid foods, no anything. I don't recommend anybody to do that without talking to their doctors, or, unless you really know your body and trust yourself. This is what I did, and this works for me, but whatever works. I mean, and you can also incorporate it into juicing some throughout the day, in addition to eating, like lighter meals or eating raw food. So, all right, there it is. Pear drinking her cabbage juice. He about to get some. And then I'm going to make my other juice and let that sit. But, all right, talk to y'all later. Bye.